me, babe, living for dreams, life and for love, drinking for free. Sitting on top of an old robot, sharing and carrying it out. The memory scrubbing you down.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Toon Goons, the podcast in which we take an adult and critical look into the world of cartoons and animation and analyze how they affect the pop cultural landscape at large. I'm one of your hosts, Nikki.
I'm Nina.
And I'm Tooch. It's .com.
And this week is our 100th show-episode.
Woo!
The 100th piece of media we have covered properly as all three of us that didn't get lost by a computer eating it. And we are talking about one of, certainly my favorite thing that exists, and I think of a favorite of all three of us, hopefully.
Absolutely.
Uh,
And that is HOMESTARrunner.com and the full body of work originating in 1999, online 1996 in its first iteration. Right now is basically the 20th anniversary, and this weekend I'm going to the 20th anniversary concert in Atlanta, which I, 2 days ago, got a place to stay.
Awesome.
I'm very, very excited to talk about this. It's something we've kind of talked about forever, and then I think Tooch was the one who's like, Nikki, let's just do this for the 100th.
Yeah.
You've earned it.
Yeah, no, I was definitely just, I was under the assumption that it was going to be that, and also, this is how I was bringing it up in my head. I was like, well, I think it was only episode 70 when I was thinking about what we should do for our 100th, and I was like, I'm not going to ask them that now at this juncture. They're going to have an anxiety attack or something.
These two fucking guys.
I'd be fine. It was Nikki. It was like,
Well, 'cause,
I didn't want to impose my thing on you guys. Anyway.
it was great, though. I'm glad we're doing this.
We got some news. Some interesting stuff. Where do you want to start, Nina?
let's start with something that might benefit you listeners out there. And that is that Pixar has partnered up with Khan Academy to release free online courses and sort of taking you a look behind the scenes with the physical making of animation. Now, if you're already in school, you might be familiar with this stuff. But if you're an aspiring animator, you're still in high school or middle school, you're figuring stuff out, this sounds like a great resource. It's called Pixar in a Box, and it's a collaboration they've been doing for a while. But first of all, it's free. You don't have to register, and you don't have to watch anything in order. You can just go to the site and check it out for yourself. But what it does is it gives you a whiff of the actual engine that they use to animate their stuff, and they give you a sense what it's like to work at Pixar's, providing you introductory videos, exercises that introduce the basics, computer science fundamentals, the stuff that Pixar engineers use. And letting you get a taste for that and use it for yourself.
It all sounds really fascinating stuff. I scoped that and I'm into that.
Yeah, you can do a home built basic ray tracer exercise, which I don't even know.
Yeah, I don't even know what that is. I should. I'll look that up later.
Sounds like a kind of space gun.
Sounds like an arcade game.
There's a lot of math, apparently, talking about how parabolas are helpful in modeling grass.
Probably.
Or how combinatorics helped Pixar build a diverse crowd of robots in WALL-E.
Oh boy.
Yeah, combinatorics.
I'm gonna stick to 2D. This guy.
But it comes with lessons, talking lessons, and also little exercise. In this image, I see an exercise where you get to just look at the points of articulation for a very simplified lampy, and I don't know, it looks neat. So if you're a bit younger, you're really interested in 3D animation and you want to learn a little bit more about actually hands-on making it, not just watching a special feature telling you how they make it, but actually looking at micro versions of the kinds of programs and the kinds of things that they use, I think this is a really good resource. It's called Pixar in a Box.
Check it out.
Okay, the next bit of news is pretty exciting, I think, for all of us, and that is that Weird Al Yankovic is going to be starring in a new cartoon. One's directed by the Phineas and Ferb team.
Woo! Dan Povenmire and Jeff Swampy Marsh.
Yep. It's 2D, 22-minute episode format. It's premiering this Monday, October 3rd at 8 on Disney XD, and it's called Milo Murphy's Law.
We've talked about it before. Originally, it was just called Murphy's Law. It's, if I'm not mistaken, it's about a lawyer kid. And Murphy's Law, if you're not familiar, is the quote-unquote law that anything that can go wrong will go wrong.
Yes. Apparently, he's born with extreme hereditary Murphy's Law condition, EHML. And Milo is always expecting the unexpected. No matter what goes wrong, and it constantly does, Milo is prepared for every possibility, armed with knowledge, a backpack of supplies, and an endless sense of optimism and enthusiasm. With his best friends Zach and Melissa, Milo can turn any catastrophe into an adventure. So yeah, Al voices Milo. There's a lot of, like, Disney alum and all other random actors all over the place. We have this, like, cast listing. Apparently, Zach's mom is going to be voiced by Vanessa Williams.
Wow.
Jermaine Clement is going to be a character.
Sarah Chalk.
Christian
Slater, Diedrich Bader, Kate McCucci, D. Bradley Baker, Kevin Michael Richardson, Pamela Adlon.
A lot of people. Al did the theme song for the show.
Oh, I'm even more hyped now.
As well as other songs throughout the series. The theme song you can listen to right now. Disney uploaded a video of it on their YouTube. It's just called Main Title Milo Murphy's Law, and it's just the opening sequence with Weird Al singing about how everything's great, even though this kid is always close to dying.
Yeah, like the city, as he walks down the street, the city is being destroyed behind, like 1 inch behind him.
The art style is very reminiscent of Phineas and Ferb. It's a little bit more rounded. It's more like if everybody looked like Candace.
Oh boy.
Instead of pointy.
It looks like if Disney Infinity was still a thing, these guys would translate better to figurines.
Maybe no, what if that was the original pitch? They're like, sure, that'll work out great.
Yeah, we'll be making this shit forever.
Also, there's a dog in it, so he's cute. His nose is like... What is his nose?
Like 10 inches off of his face.
Like
He's got
a really fat mushroom.
He's like a really long snoot. Or like maybe a tall pudding.
But they're all doing that, like, sassy, like, eye look.
At least in this frame that you've got.
And the eyebrows.
I can't wait.
Yeah, this looks really fun. I'm very excited.
They've done Phineas and Ferb for so long, and that whole thing's gimmick was that the formula was never the same. So, like, now they've been doing that for so long, I'm gonna be flabbergasted seeing them do anything else.
Yeah, it's gonna be really interesting to watch it play out.
And I'm so excited to see Weird Al play a regular character, because he's been guest starring on a bunch of different shows. A lot of shows we've talked about. He's, everybody says he's great to work with, and all the voices he plays are so fun. So it's gonna be fun to see him, like, be his own character.
He's rather infamously, like, the most, like, he's supposed to be, like, the nicest guy in show business.
Yeah.
He basically has to be. He mocks pop stars for a living.
Yeah.
Yeah, but, like, even all these cartoons, like, he was in Wander, he was in...
Adventure Time.
Adventure Time. Was he in Gravity? Probably, right? I
And,
don't
like,
know. I feel like he's just been in every cartoon I've seen.
Yeah, this goes back to, like,
he
Johnny
was-
Bravo.
Yeah, he was Animal Man in the DC Nation shorts.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, I really like his voice work. It's very fun. And he is conducive to voice work, because his voice is really
I
weird.
love his
Yeah.
voice.
So, yeah. So, another new show that is starting up, that I bring up because the whole approach to it is very interesting. Mighty Magiswords. It's starting September 29th. You may have seen some previews on CartoonNetwork.com.
I feel like a pilot has been viewable on Cartoon Network forever.
Yeah. Well, it started as a web series or something, and then it was a super short series that lasts on the Cartoon Network Anything app that then became a show. So what's neat about it is that, the basic premise, it's about these two siblings, adventure siblings, warriors for hire, Proyas and Vambre, as they tackle heroic quests.
That's like back in D&D 4th edition, they had a character creator, and those were like the random names that would show up if you like couldn't think of one.
Yeah. And
I always
the gimmick is
I always go with IKEA furniture for naming D&D characters.
Or what's her name?
Whose name?
Chuck.
Oh,
Slap.
my D&D character. Yes, that was before I came up with that gimmick because I'd never been in IKEA before recently. Yeah, my D&D character's name is Hank Chuck. She's a halfling barbarian.
Cool.
With a big old warhammer.
She's got a warhammer the size of her. I love her.
And on the business end it says fuck, so it leaves an impression on your face.
Depending on who I'm playing with, sometimes it says thud, like the junkyard dog, or thump.
I broached this to Tooch, but I really like the idea that whatever it does say, it says that forward on the axe, so the impression is backwards on the person's face, because she didn't think it through.
Oh, man.
And like the gimmick is that they find these magical swords that like talk and have personalities.
They've got like hundreds of these guys.
And there's like 100 of them. So the thing about it that's kind of crazy is that the whole universe of this show is, quote, woven from more than 400 pieces of original content, including interactive shorts, narrative vlogs hosted by the Warriors, and a multitude of digital games. On top of the TV series, the two main characters, whose names I can't pronounce because I haven't heard them said out loud, will spread their comedic charms around as an on-air host, introducing Cartoon Network shows, events, etc. Plus, an interactive app launching later this fall will close the loop on the broadcast and digital worlds, allowing fans to watch and collect Magiswords along with their heroes.
That reminds me of, what was the name of that show? Johnny Bravo hosted it, and it was like a showcase of cartoons that people would like.
It was I think it was under the Cartoon Fridays banner.
Yeah. It was like a call-in show. You request. It was like an MTV thing. You requested a cartoon via email or whatever.
The only joke I remember from that is somebody requested an episode of Dragon Ball Z, and that was a 22-minute show. So Johnny was like, "Well, we can't do that. So, let me just see if we can fit it in here." And it's one of the final episodes of the Namek saga when it's exploding, sped up like by 5 times. And Johnny's just trying really hard to parse what's going on, having no knowledge of Dragon Ball Z. And I really hope that bit's on YouTube. I'm gonna look for it.
Yeah, that's funny. So yeah, to like kind of coincide with this multi-platform thing, the premiere on television is September 29th at 6:30, but it premieres on the Cartoon Network app on September 2nd.
Which is the day after we're recording this.
Yeah. And there's already some like little clips on there. The show is produced and created by Kyle A. Carrozza, who was he worked on the SpongeBob movie, the original one. No, not the original one. The second
Sponge Out of Water.
Sponge Out of Water. Okay.
Series guest stars include Jack McBrayer, Dave Coulier, Tom Kenny, and Weird Al Yankovic.
Yeah.
He gets around.
Rob Sorsher, the chief content officer for Cartoon Network, said, "Mighty Magiswords is custom created for the way young audiences consume media today. This is about how stories can be told in new ways and how a community can play together."
That sounds like the kind of thing that any dipshit would say about anything they put out, but I think that there's something to it, because, like, kids and teens everything's on their fucking phones. Like,
Yeah,
they don't use computers anymore.
No.
They really don't. Like tuning in on the TV, but also being on the app and, like, doing stuff on the app that directly relates to what they're watching on the TV, but isn't the same thing, so they can still multitask.
There are kids that think video game consoles are, like, shit for their dad.
Yeah. It's what my dumbass dad uses to play Call of Duty.
What an idiot. He spent $60 on this game where you just shoot guys. I'm freaking doing all kinds of shit for free.
Yeah, there's something to that.
No. So yeah, we'll see. I mean, it seems very silly, very fun. Like, the TV premiere episode, The Mystery of Loch Ness, follows them on a mission to locate missing delivery men, only to find themselves captured as pets. And then another episode, Squirreled Domination. A rare food enthusiast sends the warriors on a mission to gather 5 golden acorns. The preview, it's like the dude warrior is like trying to make I think it's a dolphin, feel better by reading a book.
We're watching this muted right now and trying to see.
And then using the Magisword to like perform a play. I don't know. It's very wacky. I did see this all with sound, but I didn't completely grasp everything that was going on. But I do think it will be appealing to the very like kids who need like a lot of stimulus from like a lot of different angles, because they can be on their tablet and watching TV at the same time, and it's like encouraged by the program. So
I've seen children in a living room like on their tablet blasting a video while some like the TV's
watching another video,
right? The TV's been left on and they're not watching that, but the volume is still on full blast on that TV, and they're just like their ability to just selectively tune whatever out is astonishing to me, and I wish I had that ability.
So we'll see what this turns into. I'm kind of curious to see how it plays out. I might check it out just to like see how it works.
Yeah.
Because I'm curious. Anyway, and last, we have a couple quick stuff. First of all, Adventure Time Season 6 is coming to DVD finally on October 11th.
Woo!
It's the full 6th season, so if you've been waiting for that, it's coming. Also, I believe they are releasing a We Bare Bears DVD that's not the complete anything. It's like a select number of episodes, but for We Bare Bears, that kind of works.
Yeah.
It kind of works, but I like the idea of the physical archive.
Yeah, me too. It's called Viral Video.
That's
like
just what
13
Cartoon Network
episodes
does. Is that when they release one of these DVDs, they just name it after an episode. Like the Steven one was Gem Glow, the Clarence one was Mystery Pinata. This DVD Blu-ray, by the way, is Lumpy Space Princess.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
And Steven...
Which is nuts because they haven't done Peebs yet, and this is the Peebsiest season they've done.
Yeah, like season 6 was the crazy one.
Yeah, don't
that was the one where
marathon
all
that
three
one.
of us... I kind of want to revisit it just because I know it's going to happen, but that was the one where all three of us were like, I don't fucking know, you guys.
This should be the last season. And now we're like, yeah, give me more of it. But that's the one with Jake the Brick in it.
Yeah, that one's great.
Get the whole DVD for that one.
And then a quickie, Justin Roiland, co-creator of Rick and Morty, has teamed up with Tanya Watson, who was an executive producer at Epic Games, worked on Gears of War and other games, to develop their own gaming studio called, it's a new virtual reality game development studio entitled Squanch Tendo Games.
Woo!
I guess they can get away, they won't get sued.
I love that that's the like.
This sounds like
the whole business proposal is a bit, and I love it. I love it.
It sounds like a Cool Games Inc. riff.
Oh man, like the like I have no idea if they'll make anything of value or be successful, but I'm glad that somebody did this. I'm glad that this exists. This is important no matter what.
Yeah, according to their mission statement, Roiland was first inspired to pursue game design after playing around with the Oculus 2K headset and realizing VR's potential for combining comedy with great gameplay. And then when he met Watson, she had recently left her position and also had very similar interests in the brave new world of the VR world. They are currently seeking investors, designers, artists, programmers, producers, basically a studio. Everyone else that is required to make a video game studio a feasible thing to get that started. And you can learn more at squanchtendo.com or on their Twitter at squanchtendo.
And then at the bottom of this article, there's a picture of the two of them.
One is just Tanya Watson.
Tanya Watson, it's like her professional headshot that she uses for business. It's probably like her email header and everything. The other one is Roiland. It looks like he's been covered in shit.
Or... yeah, I don't...
I mean, it's chocolate pudding, probably.
It's probably chocolate pudding. It
But
doesn't look good.
His hair's all bad. And
It's disgusting.
he looks like he's been...
Apparently it's from the Sarah Silverman show? I don't...
It looks like he just got in a shitball fight and did a bad job of not getting hit by a lot of shit.
I can't wait to hear
professional
like games journalist people try to parse Justin Roiland.
Yeah,
It's gonna be great.
like VR shit, like...
Griffin Macro is going to be the only guy who gets it.
Not if it's for the Oculus Rift, though, because he said, I'm not making fun of this man, but he said that it doesn't fit his head. It'd have to be on the HTC Vive.
He'll get Nick Robinson to do it.
Jeez. So yeah, who knows what that's gonna turn into, and if there's like a tie-in Rick and Morty game.
Roy is what everybody's clamoring for, although I think he said that, like, I don't want to do that. It's like a funny joke that I did on my TV show.
Yeah, I don't think Roy would be that funny.
Roy
if you
is also
actually
just...
play it.
It's also an extremely ambitious game.
Yeah, like, it would be too much work, and the payoff would just... It wouldn't be a joke.
Yeah.
And what he wants is to make jokes. Like, he
Yeah.
said he wants to interact... He wants to marry comedy and gaming,
He wants to be the new classic LucasArts.
Yeah.
but with VR headsets.
Yeah.
And mostly funny jokes instead of sometimes. Video game humor's hard. I hope he can pull it off.
Is that all your news?
That's all the stuff that I got. I mean, there was other things, but none of it really stood out to me that much. But if there's anything that you want us to talk about, always shoot us an email, tweet at us, whatever. If there's a particular story that jumps out to you, you think would be a good fit for our show.
And friends of the show's Zach Bellissimo and Tara Billinger, their Kickstarter got funded.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
The Long Gone Gulch pilot is happening.
At the zero hour, I gave him $30 skis, and I'm getting some cool pins and stuff. So I'm happy.
Cool. Yeah, I forgot to put.
I mean, I gave it to the GoFundMe, which they're still taking.
Right.
That money.
What were they, like 130% or 150%
I think
funded?
it's like 155.
That's so money.
Yeah, man. They're gonna use it to
That's-
eat while they draw. To eat the food that they can buy now.
Pay for gas. Well, they probably don't need gas in LA.
No, they do.
Oh, they do.
There's no public transit in LA.
Oh, I meant like for the house.
Oh.
I forgot about car gas.
They gotta keep the heat on.
They definitely need car gas. Definitely.